everyone, so today's video is going to be ombre hair. I have got in quite a few questions and messages and just anything asking how I did it, what I did, what I used. So I'm going to try to address everything in this video. It was actually a really long process. I actually did waste a little bit of money, and some of the things that I did, I wish that I would have did a little bit differently. So with that said, I'm going to get right into it. I did a lot of research before I did this. It wasn't like on a whim and I woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna ombre your hair. I actually have been looking into it for a few months now. I just wanted something different. I've had my hair just plain black for a while. I want to say I'm not a professional at all by any means, but I did go to hair school in high school, and skill center is what we called it. So I do know a little bit, but I didn't continuously go after high school into college because I didn't want to do hair. I'd rather do makeup. I don't want to do hair though. I've had quite a few bad experiences going to the salon and paying hundreds of dollars. You have to tip them on top of that, and it's really a headache. I left there mad, sad, upset, crying. So after all those so many different times that I kind of had, I would rather pay and do it on my own, because then if I'm mad at myself and not anyone else. The first things I want to start off with is if you're going to dye your hair out of a box, where's my telephone? If you're going to dye it out of a box, or if you're expecting to dye it out of a box, you should really go with the research. I'll start off with the medium ash blonde in 70. This is by Revlon. I used all Revlon stuff except the stuff I'll get into Sally's. So this is the ash blonde. You want to get something with ash blonde, especially if you have black hair. You want something that says ash blonde in it, because then it will help. The ash ones is what's going to help anyone with black dark hair. You want to get the ultra light ash blonde. I think that's what it is. Ultra light ash blonde. I didn't get that. They didn't have that one, so I assumed, okay, well, the medium one is going to work. But yeah, ultra light ash blonde. I don't know what number it is, but this one's 70. You don't want this one, it's not gonna work. I did this just to my tips, and it did nothing at all. I left it on for an hour and actually like 45 minutes, and I noticed that it wasn't doing anything at all. So I just washed it out and it didn't do anything. So don't get that, waste your money. I know it's only like $4, but still, you're wasting your money. What I do first is do just the tips. So what I used is the Revlon Frost and Glow. This is it's a honey highlighting kit for medium to dark brown hair. They didn't have any black, so this is as close as I could get. This was around $7. I know a few other places have it for $8. Some of them have it for $12, and so every store is going to be different. I purchased mine at Meijer's. I know that not everyone has a Meijer by them, but I purchased it at Meijer and it was only $7 and some change. So this actually does really work. I wish that I would have did this first, but with as much hair as I have, it just wasn't enough for me. So what I did was I used this and I did just the tips, and then I wrapped it in tin foil, and I also put it up in a plastic bag, or you want to do saran wrap. Doing those things are going to make the process speed up a little bit faster, because it's going to bring heat to your hair, and that's just going to make it a lot easier, because the less you put it on your hair, the easier for you and the less damaging it's going to be. It is going to be damaging no matter what. Your hair might experience some dryness, so you might have to switch up shampoos and leave-in treatments and everything like that, but to me it was totally worth it. I needed to change. So if you're up to the maintenance and everything, then I do recommend it. So I would get this. I wouldn't get that. If you do get that, get the ultra light, and I don't have it because I actually did do that, and I don't have it only because I ruined the box and I had to throw it away. So after I did that, I left it on for about an hour. I washed it out, and then I went in again. And the tricky part is you want the ends to be the lightest. So after that, I was just combing it in, and whatever I did on one side, I immediately did it on the other side. So if I did anything on one side, I just quickly went over to the other. And then I kept focusing on the ends. You'll see that in the video. I just kept brushing it through to kind of make it look a little bit natural. And then I would always bring it down to the ends and then continuously do it. Don't go over here and do a little bit and then be over here for 5 minutes and then go over here, because then this one's going to process a lot faster, and then this one's going to be it could be a lot different. So you want it to be very repetitive, so that each side comes out the same. Other than that, why I did that for the second time, I went into my dark hair and I used the Revlon Black Noir. This is again by Revlon. I usually use the blue black, but I used this one just because I am going ombre. I felt like this one looked a lot better than having a blue black. I liked it. So while that was processing and I did my blonde, I put that in tinfoil, and then I did my root and I put it in a plastic bag or saran wrap, whatever you have. And then I washed it all out and I washed it all out together. And then when I washed it out, it was a little brassy and orange looking. Don't be aware that is going to happen, especially if you have black hair, only because you are going from a really dark color to such a dramatic light color. So don't worry if that happens, but be aware that it will, and you're going to need a toner or you're going to need a purple shampoo. So after I did that, I noticed that it was orange. Within 24 hours, you're going to want to tone it. Well, the toner I used is the Color Charm. This is a permanent liquid toner. It's for lightest ash blonde. Again, the ash blonde is really what works well for any like darkness and brassiness. So this actually worked. You can use the Revlon Ultra Blonde to tone it, but I didn't really want to do that, just because I felt like this was easier, because I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna keep up with it and the maintenance of it, I'm gonna end up needing this anyways, and in the long run this is going to be a lot less expensive than buying 5 boxes of these. So if you want to do that and there's no Sally's around you and you're just trying to get the ashiness or the bronze brassiness out, then you can get the one that says the ultralight. That will help with toning it, but you don't really want to do that if you don't have to. I used this and then I mixed it with a 20 developer. This is just the clear one. I like the cream one, but the clear one will work. And I felt like this is going to be a lot easier and less expensive because I'm going to keep up with it, and I do Brandon's hair, so this in the long run is just going to be a lot easier, so you don't have to keep going to the store every time. So that's what I did that time, and it actually worked. When I toned it, I just put it on all of the brown and blonde and brassiness, just everywhere that I bleached, and I put tinfoil in it, and I left it on for about 30 minutes, washed it out, and it did neutralize any brassiness. So I was really happy with it, but the brassiness unfortunately is going to keep coming back. Washing your hair, it could change. The blonde could always get brassy, so you're going to want to have a purple shampoo. If you want to wait to get the brassiness out with the purple shampoo, you can, but it's going to take 3 or 4 washes to actually see a difference in the brassiness. And I don't wash my hair every day, so it would have took me even longer. So I did the toner, and I've just been keeping up with it every time I wash my hair with the purple shampoo, and it is purple. This is the John Frieda one. It was about $6. It helps remove any brassiness, neutralizes with UV fillers, so I really like that. They sell them at Sally's again, and they have a bunch of different brands, but I really liked that one. So, and it smells really good. Also, if you want to do a bleach, I recommend doing that instead, because it's going to be a lot easier, especially if you're going to keep up with it. Then you'll have the bleach on you at all times, so then you can just touch up and you don't have to keep buying stuff. So if you have the bleach, the toner, and the developer, you're good to go, because you're not going to use the whole packet of bleach at all. You might use it 2 times, but you're not going to use it at all unless you're going a lot. Maybe you would if you're going a lot higher. As far as the second time I go up, I'm actually going to go up this high. I'm actually going to do it in 2 days. So on Friday or Saturday I'm doing it, and I'm going up higher. So I'm going to probably be using the bleach packet and then the toner and the developer. So I will film how I do upkeep it, and or how I did it the second time, and everything like that. Be aware this is a process, especially if you have black hair. This isn't going to work like the first time. It is a process. I waited 2 weeks. I'm waiting 2 weeks to do it the second time, just because I did put so much in it the first time because it didn't work, and then it did work, and then it wasn't light enough and all that junk. So I actually just I felt like my hair needed a break, so I wasn't completely frying it. I don't feel like it is drier sometimes, but I did have to switch up shampoos, and I just have to put in a leave-in treatment, but it's worth it to me. It's the ends, so you can always cut it off. I only did the tips the first time to make sure that it was going to work, and I just didn't know how it was going to turn out, so I didn't want to go up too high with it and then just ruin it all. So I would rather just ruin the ends the first time. So if you want to try just the ends to see how you like it, see how it works, see if it came out and everything, then I would do that. Now that I said all that, I hope I answered anyone's questions. If I didn't, just feel free to ask me. If you want my questions answered a lot sooner, then tweet me. And if you ombre your hair, let me know how it turns out. Again, it's going to damage your hair, so you can't hold me accountable for that. You're bleaching, so anytime you put bleach to your hair, it's not going to be the healthiest. You might need to get a leave-in treatment and a deep repair mask and everything to kind of bring back the life to it. Other than that, I feel like it's not bad. It's still healthy. It's really soft still. So I do notice sometimes it might be a little bit drier than normal, but that's just nothing. You can just add to it to kind of bring back the moisture to it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.